Kia ora guys, Bird here. Welcome to episode 24 of Thaumcraft 5. We're in the Nether at the moment, and you can see I've got started with a little bit of a Nether base. There's the stupid little cobblestone box that we had as our little safe house. Yeah, we've got started on a proper base here in the Nether for doing all of our flux related things. I've got this little foyer, antechamber sort of thing going on here. I've got some stairs going up. And then we have a fire bat, because of course we do. Using some green Netor in here. Actually this is a lime, I believe, which is the bone meal and the green dye right there. Just because it looks a little bit nicer, it's not quite as pale and faded as the normal green. And I discovered that there was a window right here into another part of the Nether, so, well, a hole rather. So I put a window in here. And yeah, this is what we've got going so far. The plan is to have probably rooms over on opposite sides here, but this main big room that's right here is going to be our main sort of essential storage area, where we're going to have our Arcane Alembic, we're going to have our jars on the walls, and perhaps even above there. You know, I'm just trying to still kind of work things out here. We've got this stone brick trimming right there yet. So it's all very work in progress stuff right now, but that's what we've got there going so far. Before we head back into the overworld, I just want to share with you guys a little fact that I didn't realise until I started playing a little bit more on the fan server. Let's go ahead and open here, got some more tank jars going, cool. Let's see, these jars right here, okay, in TC4, when you put these in chests like this, they didn't stack. But here in TC5, apparently they do stack, which means there is a new, really efficient way to store stuff in the actual jar form. So in terms of long-term Essentia storage, it's much more efficient on space to store them as items inside of a chest, instead of the other methods that Thaumcraft gives. I'm looking at you, Essentia Reservoir. Alright, let's go ahead and hop back into the overworld, because today we're going to be crafting one of my favourite items in all of Thaumcraft. That's right. It's the Thaumostatic Harness. I already have the Essentias up there with the Infusion altar ready to go. So let's get started here with the recipe itself, though. I'm going to need another pedestal, actually, aren't I? I have 8 pedestals up there, but the recipe for the Thaumostatic Harness requires 9 pedestals. So I guess to get started, we need to get another pedestal going. That shouldn't be too hard. I just need to recap the recipe for one of those, to be honest. What is it? Oh, okay, it's slabs and a block. Yeah, that was changed. 6 slabs. I've got plenty of slabs as well. Go ahead and throw those in a workbench. Well, that's the slab out of the way. Oh, a little bit of Ease as well. There you go. Little guy. Very cool. So that's step 1. More pedestals. Step 2, get the actual items. We're going to need 2 air shards, 2 great wood planks, 2 iron. Alright, so we need to get most of that from in here. 2 air shards. 2 iron, we're going to need some brass here as well. Going to need to break down one of my blocks. Did a little bit more brass gathering. We're only going to need 3 though. Throw those in there. Get 2 more brass plates. Okay, that's those guys. We're going to need some great wood as well. How much great wood do I have left? I don't think it's there. Here we go. I've got my main great wood storage right here, so there we go. And what else is here that we need? That's pretty much it, except for the Morphic Resonator and a piece of leather armor. I don't think I have any leather armor. Oh, I do have a little bit of leather armor here. Maybe I've got something that I can just quickly repair it up with. I might or might not. No, I might just have to go ahead and make a whole new leather armor for this recipe here. Yeah, that looks to be the case. Alright, so that's going to be 8 leather. Get those guys down. Cool. And that last thing, the Morphic Resonator, I actually need to look the recipe up for that, because we haven't made one of these before. There it is, so it's the taint shard, actually 2 more brass plates, okay, and then 2 glass panes, and actually a whole lot of these right there. So let's get one of the taint shards out, let's get 3 more of these, and some glass, that should be down here somewhere. My glass panes, just the 2 of those guys, that should be fine and dandy. Was it up this way? I think it was. We need to make the brass plates first, though. That way? That way? Which way was it? I've forgotten. Let's find out together, shall we? Boop. Can I put those in the right spot, please? There we go. And a whole heap of Ace. Oh, wow. That actually does look kind of different from its entry in the Thaumonomicon. Perhaps it's just too light on the pages. Alright, so as usual with all the new stuff here in Thaumcraft, the first thing that we're going to do is throw it on the ground and scan it. It didn't look like there was anything there, but let's just double check. No question marks to be had, so nothing new there. Right, that's step 1. That's all of the items right here. No, actually, not those guys are. That was from a chicken jockey in the Nether that I found. Kind of cool. And let's see, the Thaumostatic Girdle. So that's going to be 2 feathers, an air and an earth, 2 gold, and one of these mundane belts that just going to end up filling your inventory when you open all the looting bags. So let's just keep that on a separate line. Alright, that's the first step. We need 2 feathers, 2 gold. I'm just doing all this bit on camera. I don't normally do the material gathering on camera, just something a little different. And we've got 2 feathers here as well, which I did have already. And air and earth, and that should be good to go. Yes. Down here. There we go. Air and earth. Alright. Well, let's head up to the infusion altar, or maybe we should go ahead and sleep down in here. I noticed that somebody had said that, yeah, we're still sleeping in a cave when we've got a nice house up above. Priorities! We need to get a proper place to sleep. Oh, by the way, we just slept the night away. I didn't say it that time. Too preoccupied with responding to people. Yeah, here's the essentials that I've got here. We should have everything. There's a little bit of excess of everything there. Really cool. Right, let's do the first thing here, the Thaumostatic Harness. We're actually going to need to modify our altar a little bit. But first, we'll have to kill this guy, otherwise he's going to annoy the heck out of me. How exactly? Okay, looks like we'll just... I think we'll just go ahead and botch this a little bit, just going to take this guy. Yeah, there's grass under there. Apparently I kind of skimped on supplies there. And that should be fine for this recipe. I'll go ahead and change that back for the rest of the infusions here, just because I guess it does add a little bit of instability. So that's 2 air shards, 2 great wood. Let's just get these lined up. 2 air shards, 2 great wood. Right, like so, very good. That's the first step. Okay, Morphic Resonator is next. 2 brass plates and iron. Alright. Brass plates and iron. That chicken, man. That chicken. Oh no, hello. You go there, sir. And then you over here. Brass plates and iron. Right, then all we need to do is throw the leather tunic in the middle. And then bonk this with the wand. That should be good to go there. I didn't actually point this out in the last episode. Oh man, that instability. Did you see that? Yeah, it's I'm not sure if I said this, but you can tell the instability on your infusion. Oh my. Temporary warp. You can tell the instability on your infusion by how shaky, vibraty around the runic matrix is, and you can see there it's actually pretty bad, even with all our instability stuff. Telecandles down below. Oh dear, perhaps we need to throw some more down there, because this is a very high instability, isn't it? Oh no, this is only high. Yeah, this is only the high one. That's very high. We could be up to some problems here. Anyway, I was going to talk about... apparently the Essentia, kind of the way the liquidy stuff moving through the air animation appears to have been changed from the bubbles that we had before. The bubbles are still there a little bit, as you saw there, but yeah, we've sort of gone for this new kind of milky, solid flow thing. That chicken man. Alright, so it's starting to pull the items in. Sparks flying all over the place, but it doesn't look like any of our items are falling off. Ow! It hurt us right there. Oh, speak of the devil. Go throw that down. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay. We're doing okay. We generated a little bit of flux there. What are we missing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! I cancelled the fusion just then, didn't I? I didn't mean to. I was using the X of the Stream ability, and it looks like you can actually... Okay, you can interact with the pedestal through this pillar. Okay, that just kind of wasted all of my essentia and items. Oh my goodness. Crap. How much warp did that generate? That probably generated a fairly decent amount. Yeah, a little bit there. It looks like the aura should probably be able to take care of that. The air's actually getting a little low there, yeah. Need to work on that. Alright, then it looks like I'm just going to need to take a quick little break here to gather some more materials and get this infusion going again. Oh my goodness. Whoa! What the... Welcome back, folks. That just kind of surprised me right there. Some explosions occurred. I've actually gone ahead and thrown down some more tallow candles underneath the ground here, but that doesn't seem to have done diddly squat in terms of keeping this infusion nice and stable. Yeah, way to go, Azanor, for making this kind of a jerk, but... Oh dear. Okay, we've got to micromanage this thing, keep paying attention to all of the items on the pedestals. This actually right here gives us a nice view of all of the pedestals. Yeah, so we've got to keep an eye on what's staying on the altar right there, as well as the Essentia requirements. Okay, things are looking good. I did bring a little bit more Essentia. Okay, yeah, so having to switch over to jars there, so that's fine. Hopefully nothing bad happens in the interim. Just keep an eye on all those items on the thing and not get shocked by the altar. Why is it so hard to make? It's only high. I mean, I swear I had about this much candles in the TC4 world, and none of the infusions, even the... Oh crap. Okay. I think that thing just, like, went away. We've got to make some more brass plates really quick here. Go faster. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. It's a speed run. Speed run infusion. No, come on. Don't fail me now. No, not the food. Okay. Please work. There we go. Yes! Finally! Oh man, and we did have enough infusion there. It might have taken a little bit more infusion Essentia. Basically, yeah, because you might have seen what happened there is that some of the infusion, some Essentia rather, sorry, came over, even though all of the Essentia had been, like, fulfilled already, like the requirements were fulfilled. Yeah, that's going to happen when you don't have the required items on the pedestals. It sort of, there's like, and wants more Essentia. So that's why it's a good idea to bring extra Essentia to your infusions, especially if you don't have very many tallow candles. The Thaumostatic Harness, I love you! You're here! You're alive! And you're not showing anything else new when we try to scan you. That's fine. We'll go ahead and test this guy out in a little bit, because I'd like to roll right into the next infusion here, the Thaumostatic Girdle. Is it a plane? No, it is just a bird. Superman reference. So I think we have all of the Essentia for this. Here we've got the air. Let's just check this on camera. More tools. I made a whole new jar of that, so we've got plenty. Potentia. Yeah, we need a little bit more Potentia now. And Wallatus, we also need a little more Wallatus, okay. And we've just started up the second infusion here for the Thaumostatic Girdle. Now this one's actually got a higher instability than the guy there. That was a high. This is going to be a very high. So hopefully things go okay. I have plenty of Essentia, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, looks like we've used up a little bit of the Wallatus already. Had to get a whole other jar of that. Haven't done very much chicken farming, so I probably need to actually raise the herd up a little bit off camera now. What's going to happen? Alright, let's see if we can keep going here. I've got all of the items here. Looks like it's actually not quite... It's behaving a lot better than the infusion for being a higher instability rating, which is slightly on the strange scale. Alright, what's happening now? Hello? Notus? Oh, there we go. Okay, that was strange. Why were you no doing? Okay. Anyway, things are okay now. In go the items. Let's pay attention to the item pedestals. Things looking good, things looking good, things looking good. Yeah, this infusion's a lot more safer, stable than the last one. The heck, Azanor. Alright then. In goes that guy, and there we go, that's the Thaumostatic Girdle out of the way. Got the backward texture right there, yeah, cool. Right, let's go ahead and throw that on the ground and scan it real quick. That's how we always do it. No, nothing new there. So, now we've got our two favourite little buddies here. Something that I can actually put in my belt slot for a change. I guess I've been saving my belt slot for the Thaumostatic Girdle here. I've still got these Runic Shielding +1 rings. We need to get into Runic Shielding at some point. No, this goes on your chest, that's right, so it goes there. Looks pretty awesome. It looks pretty much the same as it did in TC4, although I think those little blue things, like you see that blue stuff kind of in the back there, I think that was a little different than in the past. Anyway, so the way that it used to work is that it would... you have to fill it up with Potentia Essentia, as I recall. But now in TC5, it actually draws the juice, the Beast juice, to keep it running from the actual aura. So you don't really want to fly around too much, messing up your aura. Let's see, yeah, so I did go ahead and rebind that to see, alright. But there you go, it works pretty much the same as it did in TC4. It just gives you a flight. It's like you're in creative mode with regards to flying, so it makes building, for example, building high-rise projects a lot safer because you're not going to die. Yeah, you can see that actually draining a lot faster there. What happens if I go here? See, the Aya aura is actually pretty low around our house there, so I've got to find a way to buff that up somehow. It's not too good here in the desert either. There's a lot of terror here, kind of surprising. You'd expect more Ignis to be around. I think there's an auto node right there, which may be why the auto is a little higher. Well, there's the Thaumostatic Girdle. I think you can get repair and stuff on there as well. Of course, this is with the Thaumostatic Girdle as well here, the Thaumostatic Harness. Let's go ahead and take that off and see. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It just on its own, it's completely useless. Wow, yeah, you definitely want to get that Thaumostatic Girdle to get a little bit of a boost, and even then on top of that, you can throw haste on here as well to go even faster, which we definitely want to do in the near future here, but that is going to have to be another time, because we're all out of time for this episode. We finally got the Thaumostatic Harness. That's so awesome, guys. Hope that you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Kia kaha, and I'll see you in the next one.